Maureen, and welcome to My Crochet Story. Today is Saturday, October the 5th, and we are here to take a few moments, as we always do every day, to be still and know that He is our God. Now, my devotionals come out of this little red book put out by Broad Street Publishers, and I've left the link for you down in the description box so that you can go and purchase your own copy if you like to keep your own personal notes of how the devotional that you read, may have affected you that day. What did it inspire you to do? What was the one thing you took away from it? Because each of us are going to hear something different. And speaking of our devotional, our title today is Collected Tears. And the verse that will go along with our devotion comes from Psalms 56:8. But before we get into this, let me say thank you to each and every one of you who make the choice to be still for just a little bit. No matter what time of the day it is for you right now when you're hearing these words, you've made the choice to be still and listen to your Father's voice. If this is your first time here, welcome into you as well. I do hope that you will join us for the entire devotional. The only thing I ask of each and every one of you is please to remember to leave your little thumbprint, and if you think of just one person that needs to hear these words today, please consider sharing out this devotional. Not because it's my words that you're hearing, but because there are words from God. All right, collected tears. You have seen me tossing and turning through the night. You have collected all of my tears and preserved them in your bottle. You have recorded every one in your book. Our grief is near to God's heart. He longs to console us, to stroke our hair and wipe our tears and whisper comfort. He counts the nights that we toss and turn. He collects our tears. God isn't absent in our sorrow, rather the opposite. He is closer than ever. So don't be afraid to come to God with your grief. Share with Him the deepest feelings in your heart without holding back. In His presence, you will find comfort, hope, compassion, and more love than you can imagine. Thank you, Jesus, for holding me in my sadness. I need your strength even more in my grief. Please be near to me and comfort me in your presence. It's very, very difficult, and we all know this, but it's very difficult to lose a loved one, whether it be a child, a spouse, a parent, a brother, sister, doesn't matter, even a very, very close friend. It's just difficult to say goodbye. Even though we know that we will see them, they'll be there standing at the pearly gates when it's our time to go home. We're still very sad. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. Even though knowing that we're going to see them again in just a little while, it still hurts because we're left behind. And so what do? We cry. We have bouts of sadness. We feel all alone even at times. But we're really not alone. God is there with us, and He wants us to reach out to Him. He wants us to share that grief with Him. Because God is love, and who is better to understand our grief than Him? He came to earth as Jesus. He experienced loss through death of a friend. So He knows exactly what it is that we're feeling. And in having that knowledge makes Him want to reach out to us even more. Like I said, He wants to be there to get us through those sad times, to wipe our tears. And when you stop and think about it, really no one but Him can console us, can ease the burden, the grief, can dry the tears. So when you have those bouts of loneliness because that particular person you lost is gone, turn to God. Be still and allow Him to come and sit with you, to wrap His arms of comfort around you so that you can lean your head on His shoulder, maybe even cry a little bit. But you know that the true comfort that you need will come from Him, because He doesn't want us hurting. He wants us to be happy, to be loved. And I do know that when you are in those deep moments of depression because of the loss, He is going to be there to soothe your heart. I do hope that you've enjoyed today's devotional. Please take just a moment to think on these words, because like I said, I know that all of us have experienced that type of grief at one time or another. So let God know that you're reaching out to Him because you want Him to dry your tears. Until tomorrow, please always remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light they're waiting to see. I love you guys. Bye.